Another day, another film reaction. Today we're going to be looking over Nebraska offensive line commit Gibson Pyle. I waited a little bit to do his film review. This is my favorite addition for Nebraska in this class. Besides, of course, Dylan Raiola. We got a lot of really good offensive linemen. I believe he's the best out of the bunch. So we're going to dive into his film and break down what he does well. Some things he needs to work on, but most of it's going to be things we're excited to see for the next 4 or 5 years as a Nebraska Cornhusker. So as always, please hit the like button on the video if you appreciate what I'm doing. Along with hitting the subscribe button. We have the only film breakdowns on Husker YouTube, so if you don't want to miss any more this offseason, hit that subscribe button. And as always, let's get into it, folks. All right, here's Gibson Pyle's film. So if you're not familiar with the formatting, we start off with his highlights first, the best of his best from his senior year. This clip is 13 minutes long that he uploaded to his HUDL. That's already a good sign. Usually these guys post like 5 or 6 minutes of pure highlights. The fact that it's 13 minutes, already a good sign. We're not going to watch all of it. We're going to watch a good amount though. And then after that, we get into purely his film, his rep by rep basis. So we'll see the good and the bad. But let's start off, folks. And as always, this is the first time that I'm seeing this as well. They're at that left tackle spot. Oh, man, great move. Yeah, if it goes back for seconds. See a lot of pancakes already. Nice block to fill the hole. And you'll see this throughout Gibson Pyle's film. What makes him special as a prospect is his movement. I mean, it's not easy to move that well at 6'4", 300 pounds. Getting pancakes for days. And this is a guy, again, if you're not familiar with Gibson Pyle, is an All-American NBC. You don't see too many players in the country become All-Americans. This guy has been heavily underrated his entire high school career. Huge gift for Nebraska. Another nice move on that pull block. Be interesting to see if he played any guard. That's one of the things I love for offensive linemen is flexibility. The ability to play both tackle and guard. So it'll be interesting to see. And right there, I believe they had him at guard. We'll give that second look real quick. But I love that positional flexibility, and I know Matt Rule does as well. Yep, they have him at guard. Perfect. Get another pancake block. One thing I love from Gibson Pyle as well is that a lot of these tackles usually struggle in the pass department, right? They're really good in the run block. They're really good getting pancakes because that's where you get your pancake blocks is when you're, going forward, you're in the run block department, right? When you are in pass block, you're going backwards and when you're a pass pro. So he does just as good in pass pro as he does getting pancakes in the run game. So we'll be able to watch that. Get another nice run there. Oh, another pancake. And one thing I love about Gibson Pyle, you just saw on that clip, is that he does not give up after the snap. He plays even beyond the whistle. Something you love to see from your offensive lineman. Get nasty, folks. There, I think that was a guard. Already a lot of running game highlights. Again, we'll wait to see some passing highlights. But that's something I love to see is the ability to do both. Because a lot of tackles, when they get to college, are already really developed in the run game, but they just cannot backpedal. They don't have great footwork. Gibson Pyle, right when I was talking, man, great block. We'll go back to that. And one thing I love about Gibson Pyle, I just talking about footwork, great footwork at tackle. But watch this. So that Ed's trying to go for a swim move to the outside, reads it perfectly, wins the rep, forces him all the way behind the quarterback, exactly how you're taught. The quarterback can step up in the pocket and make a nice throw. Great rep from Gibson Pyle. That's an absolute win. You see a lot of these pull blocks in the running department. And again, plays until after the whistle, man. So yeah, he did play guard. Basically always, though, at the left side of the football, at left tackle and left guard. But you'll love to see that positional flexibility at the offensive line spot. Yeah, already a lot of running clips. We'll go back to this real quick. Good rep here from Pyle. Not this clip, the one after. Okay, so right there at that left tackle spot, this is basically a busted play. And again, does a really good job to contain his man. He's trying to get to the outside and forces him out and plays beyond the whistle. Just, again, such a nasty offensive lineman, man. He plays until the whistle. Again, you love to see that. Another nice play on the option to get down on him. Again, I just want to see some more passing highlights. Again, I know he has the ability to. I know he has the ability to be an elite player, pass pro. But again, we're seeing a lot of rushing highlights where he's in the run games, all those pull blocks. He's going downhill. He's getting pancakes, and that's all fine and dandy. You see another one right there. But what makes you elite as a prospect is you're building the pass pro department. And we'll get to that, of course, in this film if we don't see that here. And again, I don't blame Gibson Pyle for putting these in his highlights. I mean, again, it looks flashy, right? You're getting those pancakes. Got to put those first. Drug that man back 10, 15 yards. Same deal there. What's interesting, I was reading one of the beat reporters from Texas who covers high school recruiting over there. He basically said Gibson Pyle is one of the best offensive linemen when it comes to the running game that he has seen in the last 5-10 years. That's how good of a prospect Gibson Pyle is. That's why he's going to be an All-American. Instantly, I see a lot of Turner Corcoran in him, which is a really good thing because Turner Corcoran was a great recruit coming out of high school. Of course, not so much when he got to Nebraska, but very similar film. Another nice pull block play until after the whistle, man. Again, it's just a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same. That's the only critique I'll like to say right now is it's a lot of the same. Pull block, running down the middle. Not too much pass pro highlights. We're gonna watch this film for a couple more minutes, and then if we don't get to many pass pro, we will get to his film. Nice rep there on the outside. Another nice play. Like, it's just so nasty. Gets in the middle, finds a linebacker immediately. Really good instinct, really good vision as a tackle. Really good on the outside. It just seems like every single rep is pancake, pancake, pancake. We're getting repetitive fatigue over here. Every clip is impressive, but we're seeing it all the time. We're like, oh, no, but Gibson Pyle, man. Let me look at this rep on the outside. Another option, just bodies his man. Nice move by the running back. Wow. Don't stop the clip. I want to see that. Nice play downhill. I might have got away with something. No, I think that was clean. That was fine. Okay. So that'll be the last clip. Again, really, really, really good. In the run department, elite. Let's call it what it is. Great in the downhill, great vision. He's just so physical. 300 pounds, 6'4", pancakes every single man at distance. Probably the best running offensive lineman I've seen let's call it what it is, in the last 4 or 5 classes for Nebraska. Really, really good. Yeah, we didn't see enough pass pro. And there's plenty of highlights of him in pass pro. Do not worry about it. We'll get to his film. But that's the only critique. And I understand why I didn't put it in his huddle because it's not flashy like pancakes are. Again, you just see every single clip has been pancakes. So we'll get into his film next, and that's where we're going to see. It's hard to see why this guy is as good as he is. All right, we saw his highlights. Now let's get into his rep-by-rep film. This is from his last game of the senior year. So let's get into it, everybody, and see the good and see the bad. Again, he is usually at that left tackle spot. Where's number 77? Nothing there to write home about. I was struggling to find a man. And I think part of the reason why we saw so many running clips in his highlights is the fact that his offense runs primarily, 75, 80% of the time. Get another nice rep. One thing I love about Gibson Pyle is that he has great instincts at the tackle spot. He knows exactly what the edge rusher is going to do. Obviously, when you're looking at the edge rusher, at that tackle spot, you're looking at their hands. What are they going to do with their hands? Are they going to bull rush you? Or are they going to go to the outside? They're going to try swim move you, go inside. He has a great job picking that up, finding to the outside most of the time, and tackling. Pancaking, my goodness. But yeah, we see a lot of option offense here. Get a nice job there. Pick that up. He realized that his edge rusher is trying to get outside, pushed him outside. While his quarterback ran away from harm's way. Nice move there, pass pro. Edge rusher didn't even make a move, just got neutralized right away. Nice job. I'm really just trying to basically zone in on when I see pass pro because we've seen so little of it in this offense. But then again, when you have a tackle like Gibson Pyle and clearly a great running back, do you even need to throw the football? Probably not. And great rep, get great footwork. Just common themes. It looks too easy. There haven't been very many tackle prospects that we see that just never lose reps. We have watched his film. We've watched his highlights. There has not been a single rep that he has lost. Do you understand how impressive that is? Even as a recruit, that is so impressive, especially in Texas high school football. Man, deja vu. So let's go back to that. Clearly a play action. Okay, great. Look at the hands. Great job pushing this man back. I will say this. Does not backpedal very well at tackle. That's probably one of his only cons. Love his footwork in the run department. Love his footwork everywhere else. The backpedaling does need to be a little bit improved. Other than that, man, very impressive stuff from Gibson Pyle. This was very, very short little clip here that I got from his basically senior film. Went by pretty quick. Very, very impressive. Let's get into my takes next of Gibson Pyle. All right, so that was Gibson Pyle's film. Let's go over my final takes. Man, that was impressive. I just talked about it. We did not see a single lost rep in that entire film session. I can't tell you how impressive that is from a tackle standpoint. This guy makes it look easy. Let's start off with the run department. Great footwork. Great job downhill. Great vision to find a man to block. Really elite in those pull blocks. Does a great job sealing the outside. Already experienced basically in an option offense, which will be big for Marcus Satterfield and Matt Rule. Not much you could say. Just so physical, really great speed for a big man, for a 300-pounder. Love Gibson Pyle in the run game. As for the pass game, honestly, I heard a bunch of really good stuff about him in the pass pro department. I believe it to be true. I've seen clips of him in camps that he did really, really well in the pass pro. We just didn't see enough in this film. That doesn't mean he's a bad player within the passing game. Absolutely not. We saw some very good reps from him of what we just watched. We just haven't seen enough. And that's not really his fault, obviously, from what we saw. The offense that he runs primarily rushing the football, and that's most high schools. But that's something that he definitely needs to work on a little bit. Again, he's definitely a stronger tackle in regards to the run game, and that's most of the time for most recruits because they're going downhill to have the opportunity to get those pancakes. I think, again, the only thing I saw is that, yes, his backpedaling needs to improve a little bit in the pass pro. Other than that, great footwork, great vision. Does a good job concealing the edge. It was so impressive. I cannot tell you how impressive that was. I've seen bits and pieces of President Amoa. I've seen bits and pieces of Grant Bricks. I've seen bits and pieces of Jake Peters and some of our other Nebraska offensive line commits. By far the best. By far the best. And again, the reason why he's by far the best is because he didn't lose a single rep. He made it look easy every single time. We got fatigued from basically seeing a constant rep where we got a little nitpicky. Such an impressive player, guys. And we'll get into other O-linemen as we go on, like Grant Bricks, again, who's also a stud. Do not get me wrong, folks. But, man, really, really impressive. This is a guy who is listed as a 3-star, needs to be a 4-star. Honestly, needs to be a high 4-star, in my opinion. Top 200, top 100. That's what Grant Bricks is. Grant Bricks is a top 100 tackle. I believe firmly that Gibson Pyle is a better tackle than Grant Bricks. And Grant Bricks is a stud tackle. That tells you how good Gibson Pyle is. That tells you how good both of them are going to be for Nebraska. This is a guy who's severely underrated. Hopefully gets a rating boost before he ends up going to campus. He's playing in the All-American game shortly for Nebraska. So, again, very impressive stuff. Super stoked about this. Get super stoked about what he's going to be as a Cornhusker. So that's Gibson Pyle, everybody. Again, really impressive. This guy's a complete stud. And he's a draft guy. He's an NFL draft guy. There's a reason why when I made my video and I gave you my blue chips and I gave you my top 6, he was number 2, right next to Dylan Iola. There's a reason. So we just watched it today. Let me know down below who else you want to see in this series of film breakdowns. And as always, please hit the subscribe button. We have more film breakdowns. We're the only channel doing this. I keep reiterating that. And if you like what you see, make sure you don't miss out on it anymore. But as always, go Big Red, go on real. See you next one.